Hello everyone and welcome to Spooky October, the spookiest month of the year, which is going to be filled with terror and horror. Yes, basically this month I'm going to focus on horror games almost exclusively, and we are going to start with Dagon, which is I think a visual novel more than a game, which is made by the famous H.P. Lovecraft, and I think it's based on the Cthulhu mythos, and it really caught my eye because the visuals and the voice acting is superb, and you will see that in a second. So let's start. Dagon is a faithful interactive adaptation of H.P. Lovecraft's work, focused on the story and atmosphere. You will not find difficult choices, action sequences, or inventory management here, and movement is limited to the progressing through locations along the plot.
I am writing this under an appreciable mental strain,
Oh.
since by tonight I shall be no more.
Damn, that voice acting. God damn it, I really wish if I had such a voice. During the game, you will encounter interactive elements. Some of them allow you to continue your journey, others reveal interesting facts about the original short story, its historical background, and the author. Some of the trivia is hidden. In order to find these secrets, okay, focus your eyes and look for the Elder Sign. Okay. You can also access all the found facts later. They will be available in the main menu. So wait, am I able to use the mouse and keyboard? Wait, what? I can use that. So the game told me that I can't use the mouse, but apparently I can.
Penniless, and at the end of my supply of the drug which alone makes life endurable.
What
I can bear the torture
drug?
no longer.
Exactly.
I shall cast myself from this garret window into the squalid street below.
Okay.
Do not think from my slavery to morphine that I am a weakling or a degenerate.
Oh.
When you have read these hastily scrawled pages, you may guess, though never fully realize, why it is that I must have forgetfulness or death.
Okay. It's a very dark start. So shall I? Wait, what's this? Morphine. Oh, that's the drug you're talking about. Okay, morphine entered into use in the 19th century and was routinely administered to treat severe pain during the American Civil War and World War I. It was also sold without restrictions until 1914. Okay, don't need a background for morphine. So wait, who am I?
Pacific, that the packet of which I was fell a victim to the German sea raider.
I think I am writing what happened to me in the past. So I was on a ship. What the hell happened?
Then at its very beginning, and the ocean forces of the Hun had not completely sunk to their later degradation.
Uh-huh.
So that our vessel was made a legitimate prize, whilst we of her crew were treated with all the fairness and consideration due us as naval prisoners.
Oh, I'm on a military ship? Okay. The Huns were Central Asian nomads who established a dominion in Europe and invaded the Roman Empire in the 5th century AD. They were all known as brutal, deadly warriors and masters of quick raids, who also developed powerful composite bows, lassos, and early siege weapons. What? This is supposed to be during the World War I, right? What bows and lassos are you talking about? Okay, let's go to the boat. Yeah, I'm a little bit confused.
Liberal, indeed, was the discipline of our captors that 5 days after we were taken, I managed to escape alone.
Oh, so I was a prisoner. Okay. Nothing to interact except this one. At least I have some
When I finally
rations
found myself
with me.
adrift and free, I had but little idea of my surroundings.
God damn it. How such people have such a great voice? Like, I can't
Never a
even make my
competent
voice that
navigator,
deep.
I could only guess vaguely by the sun and stars that I was somewhat south of the equator.
Oh.
Of the longitude, I knew nothing, and no island or coastline was in sight.
Indeed. Oh, I hate the ocean. So goddamn creepy. Apparently I'm going to the moon.
The weather kept fair, and for uncounted days I drifted
Well, at least it's
aimlessly
sunny
beneath the
now.
scorching sun, waiting either for some passing ship or to be cast on the shores of some habitable land.
Don't wish for that. I don't think it's going to go very smoothly for you.
But neither ship nor land appeared, and I began to despair in my solitude upon the heaving vastness of unbroken blue.
Uh-huh.
The change happened whilst I slept.
What change?
Its details I shall never know. For my slumber, though troubled and dream-infested, was continuous.
Holy hell, what the hell is that? That's a very sudden transition. Yeah.
When at last I awoke, it was to discover myself half sucked into a slimy expanse of hellish black mire, which extended about me in monotonous undulations as far as I could see, and in which my boat lay grounded some distance away.
Where in the hell am I?
Though one might well imagine that my first sensation would be of wonder at so prodigious and unexpected a transformation of scenery, I was in reality more horrified than astonished.
You don't say.
For there was in the air and in the rotting soil
Like
a sinister quality which chilled me to the very core.
this flailing squid is half squid, half whatever that is.
The region was putrid with the carcasses of decaying fish and of
Ew.
other less describable things which I saw protruding from the nasty mud of the unending plain.
Yep, that's Cthulhu, alright.
Perhaps I should not hope to convey in mere words the unutterable hideousness that can dwell in absolute silence and barren immensity. There was nothing within hearing and nothing in sight save a vast reach of black slime. Yet the very completeness of the stillness and the homogeneity of the landscape oppressed me with a nauseating fear. The sun was blazing down from a sky which seemed to me almost black in its cloudless cruelty.
That's the
as though
sun.
reflecting the inky marsh beneath my feet.
It's nighttime. What sun are you talking about? Okay, can I interact with any of these squids? Apparently not. Let's go to the boat.
As I crawled into the stranded boat, I realized that only one theory could explain my position.
Which is...
Through some unprecedented volcanic upheaval, a portion of the ocean floor must have been thrown to the surface, exposing regions for which innumerable millions of years had lain hidden under unfathomable watery depths.
What in the hell is that? That's a pulsating, massive... bulbous? Okay.
So great was the extent of the new land which had risen beneath me that I could not detect the faintest noise of the surging ocean, straining my ears as I might. Nor were there any seafowl to prey upon the dead things.
I want to go there. I'm interested in that thing over there. But apparently I'm looking at a fish.
For several hours I sat thinking or brooding in the boat, which lay upon its side and afforded a slight shade as the sun moved across the heavens.
Okay.
As the day progressed, the ground lost some of its stickiness and seemed likely to dry sufficiently for traveling purposes in a short time.
Nice. Can I walk now?
That night I slept but little.
What?
And the next day I made for myself a pack containing food and water, preparatory to an overland journey in search of the vanished sea and possible rescue.
Okay, let's move. I can't. Okay, I can now.
On the
Time
third
to
morning,
go.
I found the soil dry enough to walk upon with ease.
Man, this squid is
The odor of the fish
so
was
dead.
maddening, but I was too much concerned with graver things to mind so slight an evil, and set out boldly for an unknown goal.
Mm-hmm. Let's go. Yeah. Step on that dead squid.
All day I forged steadily westward.
What the
by a
hell is
faraway hummock
this?
Which rose higher than any other elevation on the rolling
Like
desert.
this guy is explaining how tough the road is and not giving us any hint about these terrifying creatures. Like, aren't you worried about this? Here or this? No? Okay. Apparently, he doesn't give a damn. Like, is that normal to you? This is normal to you? This guy deserves to die.
Camped, and on the following day still travelled toward the hummock, though that object seemed scarcely nearer than when I had first espied it.
I think that's not a mountain. I think it's a living creature. Oh, I'm not liking this.
By the fourth
Yep.
evening, I attained the base of the mound, which turned out to be much higher than it had appeared from a distance.
Wait, what's that shiny thing over there?
An intervening valley setting it out in sharper relief from the general surface. Too weary to ascend, I slept in the shadow of the hill. I know
Just
not
like
why
that?
My dreams were so wild that night. But ere the waning and fantastically gibbous moon had risen far above the eastern plain.
Okay. What the hell is
I was
happening?
awake in a cold perspiration, determined to sleep no more. Such visions
Something is
as I had
moving.
experienced were too much for me to endure again. And in the glow of the moon, I saw how unwise I had been to travel by day.
What? Why?
Without the glare of the parching sun, my journey would have cost me less energy.
Oh.
Indeed, I now felt quite able to perform the ascent which had deterred me at sunset. Picking up my pack, I started for the crest of the eminence.
Well, here we go.
I have said that the unbroken monotony of the rolling plain was a source of vague horror to me. But I
You
think
are
my
about
horror
to
was
witness
greater when I
horror,
gained the sight
boy.
of the mound and looked down the other side into an immeasurable pit or canyon, whose black recesses the moon had not yet soared high
What?
enough
I
to
can't
illumine.
see. What's beneath me?
I felt myself on the edge of the world, peering over the rim into a fathomless chaos of eternal
Oh, I
night.
hate this.
Through my terror ran curious reminiscences of Paradise Lost, and of Satan's hideous climb through the unfashioned realms of darkness. As the moon climbed higher in the sky, I began to see that the slopes of the valley were not quite so perpendicular as I had imagined.
What do you mean, exactly?
Ledges and outcroppings
Ew.
of rock afforded fairly easy footholds for a descent,
Oh.
whilst after a drop of only a few hundred feet, the declivity became very gradual.
Wait, are you going down into the abyss? He's crazy.
Urged on by an impulse which I cannot definitely analyze, I scrambled with difficulty down the rocks.
Wait, there
and
is a
stood on the
structure
gentler
here.
slope beneath, gazing into the Stygian deeps, where no light had yet penetrated. All at once, my attention was captured by a vast and singular object on the opposite slope, which rose steeply about 100 yards ahead of me.
Let's go.
An object that gleamed whitely in the newly bestowed rays of the ascending moon.
Uh-huh. Let's go there.
That it was merely a gigantic piece of stone, I soon assured myself.
Well, that's a very weird piece of stone, if you ask me. Like, it looks like it has been Carved.
But I was conscious of a distinct impression that its contour and position were not altogether the work of nature. A closer scrutiny filled me with sensations I cannot express. For despite its enormous magnitude and its position in an abyss which had been at the bottom of the sea since the world was young, I perceived beyond a doubt that the strange object was a well-shaped monolith.
Of what?
Whose massive bulk had known the workmanship and perhaps the worship of living and thinking creatures.
Yeah, now you are contradicting yourself. Like you said, this whole land came from the bottom of the ocean, and now you are telling me that this stone has been carved by living and thinking creatures.
Dazed and frightened, yet not without a certain thrill of the scientist's or archaeologist's delight, I examined my surroundings more closely.
Well, it looks relatively safe at the moment. Although I don't think it will last very long.
Now near the zenith, shone weirdly and vividly.
What in the hell is this? Oh, that's Cthulhu.
And revealed the fact that a far-flung body of water flowed at the bottom.
Oh, I hate Cthulhu. Like, I hate every massive creature in horror. Novels, movies, games, you name it.
The wavelets washed the base of the Cyclopean monolith, on whose surface I could now trace both inscriptions and crude sculptures.
Let's inspect.
The writing was in a system of hieroglyphics known to me, and unlike I'd ever seen in books, consisting for the most part of conventionalized aquatic symbols such as fishes, eels, octopi, crustaceans, mollusks, whales, and the like. Several characters.
This guy is going to die. Well, he's still alive since I'm writing my adventure in this place.
Decomposing forms I had observed on the ocean-risen plain. It was the pictorial carving, however, that did most to hold me spellbound.
What? Wait, that's
Plainly visible
that's
across
the stone.
intervening water, on account of their enormous size, were an array of bas-reliefs whose subjects would have excited the envy of a Doré. I think that these things were supposed to depict men, at least a certain sort of men.
Well, half man, half fish.
Though the creatures were shown disporting like fishes in the waters of some marine grotto, or paying homage at some monolithic shrine, which appeared
Yeah, I think this is a shrine to worship Cthulhu.
Of their faces and forms I dare not speak in detail,
Why?
for the mere remembrance makes me grow faint. Grotesque beyond the imagination of a Poe or a Bulwer.
Jesus.
They were damnably human in general outline, despite webbed hands and feet, shockingly wide and flabby lips, glassy, bulging eyes, and other features less pleasant to recall. Curiously enough, they seemed to have been chiseled badly out of proportion with their scenic background. For one of the creatures was shown in the act of killing a whale, represented as but little larger than himself.
Oh, I did not expect that. They are as massive as a goddamn whale.
I remarked, as I say, their grotesqueness and strange size, but in a moment decided that they were merely the imaginary gods of some primitive fishing or seafaring tribe. Some tribe whose last
He's a
descendant had perished
dum-dum.
years before the first ancestor of the Piltdown or Neanderthal man was born.
Well, he is trying to convince himself that
This unexpected
it's
glimpse into
all
the vast
man-made.
conception of the most daring anthropologist.
Like, this is so goddamn fascinating. Like, it really fascinates me to imagine witnessing such stuff. It's It's horrifying, believe me. Like, I would be scared shitless if I see something like that. But holy shit.
I stood musing whilst the moon cast queer reflections on the silent channel before me. Then, suddenly, I saw it.
So, what?
With only a slight churning to mark its rise to the surface, the thing slid into view above the dark waters.
Oh, it's right here. Oh my god.
Loathsome, it darted like a stupendous monster of nightmares to the monolith,
Apparently this game have jump scares.
about which it flung its gigantic scaly arms.
Oh, you better run, boy.
And gave vent to certain measured sounds.
Yep. Oh, he fainted.
I think I went mad then. Of my frantic ascent of the slope and cliff, and of my delirious journey back to the stranded boat, I remember little.
Yep. He got crazy.
I believe I sang a great deal and laughed oddly when I was unable to sing.
What? Oh, time to go to the boat.
I have indistinct recollections of a great storm sometime after I reached the
Oh,
boat.
Cthulhu is coming.
At any rate, I know that I heard pearls of thunder and other tones which nature utters only in her wildest moments.
Ooh. It's getting very scary. Wait, that's it? Oh,
When I
Cthulhu?
came out of the shadows, I was in a San Francisco hospital. Brought thither by the captain of the American ship which had picked up my boat in mid-ocean.
How?
In my delirium, I had said much, but found that my words had been given scant attention.
Oh, they thought I'm crazy.
Of any land upheaval in the Pacific, my rescuers knew nothing. Nor did I deem it necessary to insist upon a thing which I knew they could not believe.
Well, they will not believe. Oh, I thought someone opened the
Once
door.
I sought out a celebrated ethnologist and amused him with peculiar questions regarding the ancient Philistine legend of Dagon, the fish god.
What? Dagon was the main deity of the Philistines, worshipped throughout the Middle East as the ancient god of fertility and crops. In Hebrew, the word Dagon was a common noun for a grain. The rulers of Akkad, whatever that is, chose him as the patron saint of their war conquests. He also appeared as the judge of the dead in an Syrian poem and an underworld prison warder in one of the Babylonian texts. He is often mistakenly taken for a fish god due to the wrong interpretations of his name, as in Hebrew the word dag means fish. Okay, in H.P. Lovecraft's work, Dagon is an underwater deity ruling over the deep ones, a humanoid race with fish traits that resides in the ocean. He is worshipped by a secret cult called the Esoteric Order of Dagon. Okay, so he's not Cthulhu, I think. Now, what should I interact with? Hello? Oh, this.
Soon perceiving that he was conventional, I did not press my inquiries.
What do you... What's that? August Delirith was an American writer and anthologist. He also befriended Lovecraft and published many of his works through his company, Arkham House. Okay, that's some trivia, I think. Can I go back? Can I interact with anything? A clock. A very mysterious and horrendous looking clock. No? Nothing of that sort. Why did I come here then? Oh, to go here?
It is at night, especially when it is gibbous and waning, that I see the thing.
Well,
I tried morphine, but the drug has given only transient surcease and has drawn me into its clutches as a hopeless slave. So now I am to end it all, having written a full account for the information or the contemptuous...
Wait. I'm going to kill myself? What? Oh.
Often, I ask myself if it could not all have been a pure phantasm. A mere freak of fever as I lay sun-stricken and raving in the open boat after my escape from the German man-of-war. This I ask myself, but ever does there come before me a hideously vivid vision in reply. I cannot think of the deep sea without shuddering at the nameless things that may at this very moment be crawling and floundering.
Oh, don't make me get scared from the ocean even more.
Worshipping their ancient stone idols and carving their own detestable likenesses on submarine obelisks of water-soaked granite.
Jesus.
I dream of a day when they may rise above the billows to drag down into their reeking talons the remnants of puny, war-exhausted mankind. Of a day when the land shall sink.
Such a good writing, holy sh...
Amidst universal pandemonium.
Oh, that's not the deity. I thought that's the god, but apparently that's the people worshipping him. How massive is the god then? Holy shit.
The end is near.
Oh! What the fuck? What? What the... Oh, the door!
I hear a noise at the door, as of some immense slippery body lumbering against it.
Ew. Oh, shit.
It shall not find me.
Well, he found you, alright.
God, that
no.
hand.
Yep. Uh-oh.
The window.
Well, use it. Yep, he's dead. Hey, that's it. Well, they said it's a short story. It was really interesting, if you want the truth. Like, I really hoped it would last longer. Like, maybe I see Dagon, Cthulhu, something a lot more creepier, but it's a short indie game and it's free. So, very well done. I really liked it. Okay, so we finished Dagon. I'm interested actually in this one, Tales of the Herring Lake. I might check it out because I'm really interested in the developer's work at the moment. But for now, it's the end of today's episode. I hope you liked the video. If you did, as always, leave a like and subscribe and leave a comment down below, and see you guys in the next video.